Where is the sense in using other languages if they are not used everywhere, like chat? That is an excellent question to start today's Q&A stream. Yes. It's 9 o'clock. I know. I'm already live streaming. I know, Bärbel, I know. It's live o'clock. Exactly. Actually, is the pre-stream not starting? It says excellent connection. It says end stream for me. So I would assume, here we go. I'm never too late. You know, a wizard arrives exactly when he is supposed to arrive. Good evening. Oh, let me just send out the announcement as well. There we go. Oh dear. Why is it not English, the channel guidelines? That's likely because we don't have them translated. An excellent suggestion, though. We should have them in English as well. Hello, Banini. Hello, Mine Event. Hello, Pink Giraffe. Hello, Bärbel. Good evening, everyone. So, the Grand Wizard is just late by 30 minutes. Excuse me? That wasn't 30 minutes. All right. Game over, yeah. Totally. See, that is something I wanted to do. I do have an extension, 7TV, for my browser that I use, and also for the browser inside OBS. And you can actually replace the names of the individual emotes with like pictures, but you have to do it manually. But since I do run the YouTube gaming channel, I do have all the emotes that we could use. So yeah. Barbara's art channel, but YouTube is giving me names. That is incorrect. At least. Oh no, now it is Barbara's art channel. You just changed it. It just told me Bärbel's art channel a minute ago. Because I actually logged into your account. Alright. Emotes and chat overlays are a pain. Yeah. You have to do them manually at the moment. And yeah, I highly recommend you only do them for your own emotes, I guess. So the question then becomes is, do you want to have like a whole library of them available and everyone can actually use it? Because the emote would even in that case trigger that someone is not a member but still writes out the emote name correctly. Alessandro! Hello, good evening. I hope I didn't butcher the name. I'm very happy you found time to join as well. You're waiting for emotes to go global? Yeah, me too. Alright. We do have a couple of questions that were pre-sent, and I would think we go through them right now. And if you have any additional questions, we can go through them as they come up in chat. Does that sound like a plan? I would say so, right? So, let's start. You're waiting for hype. Yeah, I'm actually torn on this one. So, for those who don't know and who haven't followed this channel before, we have briefly talked about it since it was a public beta in Brazil, Turkey, and Taiwan. Those three countries, and now my social score is going down because I recognize Taiwan as a country. Those three countries already have the hype option, which gives channels between 500 subscribers and 500,000 subscribers a new button. So all the users that watch those smaller channels can actually do a free action on that. You got 3 hypes per week, and every video that is hype is getting put into a leaderboard. And by apparently watching the leaderboard, you can detect new hype trends, whatever. And I don't think it is the big deal because same as the hashtags that like hashtag pages no one uses. We already did a survey on that. And I do think that another hype leaderboard isn't really like getting us anywhere. Also, there's a fine line between like how much of it is genuine in engagement and how much of it is like spam. So I should move back to Malta because there's less channels there. True. Also, good evening, Gnome. I just subscribed to our channel. Well, thank you for subscribing. We do like monthly Q&A sessions about YouTube, and we do weekly updates on like all stuff around YouTube. However, they are voiced in German. There are English subtitles for you if you don't understand German. But I do understand if you want to hold off on watching them until we actually have multilingual audio. Another topic that we will cover today. Unfortunately, not right now. So, I like the idea of viewers feeling good about clicking hype and supporting even if it has no impact for you. Oh, oh, I see. So even if you weren't getting a reach boost out of it, you would still enjoy it because people have something to click on? That is a very interesting take. Smaller countries, Vatican City or San Marino. You mean the countries with the highest amount of wealth? Actually, I do think. Oh, was it you get an audience with the Pope as a German? There's something about like a German graveyard in Vatican City, and if you're German and have a German passport, you can just like knock on a door and get in to like visit the graveyard. I think there was like a loophole or something like that. It's pretty cool. Chat reactions, people enjoy doing them even if they're meaningless. Speaking of which, have I enabled them for this stream? I have not. Do you want the live reactions to be enabled? To be fair, they can now be disabled on the viewer side, so if you don't like them or they are in the way or something, you can disable them on your side. So if you want me to enable them so you can spam the reactions, that is totally fine for me. Chat reactions are overrated. Thank you for 7 months. Nope, no reactions? Okay. Okay. That's already 2 people not wanting chat reactions. All right. So we start with the first question because this was submitted practically 1 minute after I asked people to like send me questions. So this is, will more streaming features be released in 2024? If so, can we talk about it? What is still happening? So we do have a couple of things that popped up. First of all, new monetization option. Obviously, only for folks that are already in the partner program. However, we do not have information about this is like a transactional thingy, so it is in the smaller partner program, or if this is tied to the big partner program. We don't have any information on that, but we can talk about a little bit about so-called jewels. Jewels will be microtransactions basically. So same as you buy TikTok coins or Twitch bits, you will buy a virtual currency that you can spend on things. And these things on YouTube will be so-called gifts. And gifts can be very different things. So you can purchase little pictures that pop up, or like hearts or roses or whatever they think of. And basically, for every gift you get, you will get rubies, because rubies are red, I guess, and YouTube is red. So yeah. And based on the amount of rubies, you will get paid out. So this is an incentive to use YouTube vertical live streams, which we currently do not, on this channel at least. And it could be interesting to implement that for like additional reach, I guess. But right now we don't have it here. So there will be discounts for larger packages, like all the standard microtransactional stuff apply. So if you buy like a virtual currency nearly in every shop. There will be like big bundles that get you a bonus if you spend more money. Same will apply here. There will be a fixed rate of Ruby into cents. So we can talk about this if we have more information about it. Right now, this is very vague, and it will roll out over the next month in the US first, and then expand to other markets as well. I hope you told them that global emotes would create a lot of money on YouTube. I did, obviously. I tell them nearly every meeting, and Alessandro can vote for that, or vouch for that, rather. And also Fixel can vouch for that I always push for global emotes. However, there are more interesting things happening to YouTube Live in the near future. Something called live prominence, which will drive up visibility for classic live streams, which means landscape live streams, in the home feed, so on the YouTube front page, basically. In the live tab, that means in the live tab of each category. In the main live tab, where usually there's like right now there's a couple of news outlets that are streaming 24/7 that are usually in there, and like Lo-Fi Girl and some music channels that stream 24/7. But visibility for normal classic live streams will be increased in there. Also, live shelves on gaming topics will get a rework, and this is all to improve the visibility for live streams in general, which is something we always yearned for, and now we get it. And I do think that is a general good step in the right direction. So, something that has already rolled out, but was kind of touched in the Made on YouTube live event, was desktop live rings. So, if you were on, what do you say? On mobile, on your smartphone, and you watched like your normal feed, you could like stumble upon someone that is currently live, and the profile picture got a little red ring with the word live beneath it, and that was apparently smartphone exclusive. And apparently I have been in a UI experiment for that over the last 8 months, or 9 months rather, and yeah, this is now a thing on standard desktop YouTube as well. So if you see someone that has a little red ring around their profile picture, they are currently live, and you can just click on the picture to join the live stream, which is very, very good, especially if you come across them in like the shorts feed, or on the up next shelf or something. I had a red ring around my profile picture. Fair. I mean, that is kind of intriguing to. Is there a limit on how much you can change your channel profile picture? I don't even know that. But now that you talked about it, YouTube change profile picture. Is there a limit? I don't think there is. So you could technically right now, I mean, it's not necessary anymore. Does it say anymore? You can manage basic info. No, that's not something I want. No, you could actually do that in the past, which is redundant now because YouTube will automatically give you a red ring. But in the past, you could have had 2 versions of your profile picture and swap them out when you are live to like the red ring. So in general, it is an improvement, obviously, but you could have done that in the past. Now it's kind of redundant, but yeah. So also we will get some platform stats by the end of the year, which is kind of nice. So we especially like if you're a creator on YouTube itself, it sometimes is hard to like grasp all of it because YouTube is such a big platform, and even like obviously a lot of folks from YouTube Gaming are here right now, but YouTube Gaming isn't the only thing that is happening. We do have Babel, for example, with the art and DIY sector. You have musicians, you have athletes, you have like a whole variety of streamers and YouTubers and creators, and all of them are doing different things. And to have a little bit more like an innumerable approach to the whole thing will show that there's a helicopter outside right now, but also that there's so much growth on YouTube, and especially YouTube Live, that this is definitely something YouTube isn't neglecting. And this is a statement I've heard in the past couple of months a couple of times, and I always think, like, do you folks even watch our YouTube update videos? Because we always talk about like the latest shit that is happening to Live. And yeah, this is just one thing of it. Also, to answer the question, which was, will there be more streaming features be released in 2024? Yes, there will be updates to co-op live streaming, which we already talked about in I think last week or the week before. So yeah, there will definitely be more YouTube live streaming updates. Will community features for live streams be introduced to make them more enjoyable or entertaining? Basically, channel points, chat API integrations. There are currently explorations by the engineering team or by the product team, but currently they are not a priority, nor is there a predictable launch plan. So what this means is, even though they are aware that this is a thing that people want, there are other more tackling tasks to do first before they can get to it, which is unfortunate. I do understand that. However, we can still make the best of it. And if you haven't noticed it yet, the general latency has gone down by 30%. We talked about this back in April. That this is an experiment that YouTube is running currently or back in the day was currently running in South Korea, and they decreased the latency by 30%, which is huge, going down from like 1.5 seconds to half a second in the ultra low latency mode, and I think down to a little bit under 1 second for the lower latency mode, which is actually what we are doing right here, which has led to a funny thing. Because YouTube's chat works asynchronous. So basically everyone is like shooting their messages into a giant pool, and like every once in a while YouTube will send all the messages into the chat, which sometimes, if there are many viewers and chatters already in the chat, the messages will pop up in packages. Maybe you've seen it in the past. And yeah, that actually led to that some people saw their own message before it appeared in the chat. So, for example, this right here, this is like read from the YouTube API, and it can appear that you can see your own message first here before it appears in your chat, which is kind of funny. But that's like the efficiency increase. Are you using a green screen? There's something strange going on with your head. Yeah, exactly. It's a see-through head, obviously. It's a portal. All my knowledge I take and stuff in there, so it's easy access. Yeah, I know. Maybe we can make it a little bit brighter to get it reduced. No, it's making it worse, right? Test if I'm live. Hello, Felix. It's a one-way see-through head. Yeah, exactly. But yes, it is indeed a green screen that I can toggle on and off. But I do think it is nice to have a little bit of background instead of the inside of the head screen. Yeah, that's true. Well, technically the inside is yellow because I'm sweating a lot, but yeah. Let's not talk about it. You got a red ring now. Okay. Now I gotta yeah, Babel's cheating the system right now. I see. Very nice green screen. Yeah, I mean, I used to have, well, I still have it. I have like a foldable one, but the foldable one had the issue that it always had like these creases, and wherever there was a crease, there is a shadow in the green screen if you don't have like very, very good lighting, or your hair is also see-through. Yeah, I have green hair. But yeah, so basically this is like a roll-up thingy from Elgato, which actually I apparently pushing away on this side. So let's pull it back in. Yeah, so basically you can roll it up and down, and therefore it doesn't have any crevices, and it gives like a really, really like solid green wall that you can just like set up and push away. Are we talking about fashion now? Yeah, a little bit. About green screens. I mean, it is fabric after all, right? So, yeah. But yeah, the less surface unevenities there are on the green screen, the better the green screen looks. And obviously, this is like a live keying effect, which is always worse than like a dedicated, like for example, if I were to set up DaVinci Resolve and do like the Ultra key in there, that looks far better with like less despelling, like there's like a green shadow going on there, and all of that doesn't happen if I record and edit it properly. But this is a live situation, so it's fine, I guess. All right, that were the community features. We talked about it. So let's go. Would it be possible for a dedicated app for a complete YouTube live streaming environment to be developed, similar to how YouTube Gaming was before, but now for all streaming topics? The short and easy answer here is no. There won't be a second app because it is, or at least it is very highly unlikely that there will be a second app just for live streams, due to the technical maintenance a second app would require. That means if we have a second app, we do have a second team that develops the app that has separate checks. Like every single thing that currently needs to be implemented into one app would need double the time to be implemented into both apps, and to cross-check if there's like parity issues, like does it work here but not here. And it's YouTube already is like a huge spaghetti ball of code, and you really don't want to add like a small knob to the side of it that is just like a second app they have to maintain. Given that, they do work currently on the console apps. So if you have like an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Switch, they do still work on those apps. They do work on smart TV apps, which is still like a big surface or area where people watch YouTube, and they obviously work on the normal app and on the desktop version. So they do have a lot of resources allocated to making that the best experience. It is truly a spaghetti monster. Yeah, it is the flying spaghetti monster, to be precise. And thank you, Emma, for the 7 month. Thank you very much. All right. So, what does the future look like for YouTube Shorts in 2025 was another question we got. And yeah, there are a couple of things we can actually talk about right now. And both of them were announced during the Made on YouTube event. That is first the effect maker. So you can make your own effects, which is usually like these like you give 20 Disney characters into like a scroll wheel, and it will tell you which Disney character you are. That can be now made yourself if you have a little bit of coding knowledge. And there will also be Gen AI puppeteering, which is, if I understood it correctly, a small version of VTubing. So basically you have pre-made characters, and they will be head tracked, and you can like wiggle your head and the cat will also wiggle their head. And yeah, it's basically a small version of VTubing that is going to be part of YouTube Shorts, which again is an easy entry barrier for people who don't want to show their face but still want to become creators or become creative. And I do think it is a nice addition. I'm not quite sure how the approval process will be for the filters, for the third-party effects they are called. So that is something I am concerned about, but I'm also looking forward to. It can be a lot of fun, right? So next question, will there be more intensive work on podcasts on YouTube Music or YouTube in the near future? Short answer, there is nothing significant worked on right now, and there isn't anything of significance in the near future. So yeah, don't know what to tell you here. Are there any plans to add an integration for games, like when the game supports the integration, the user can trigger an in-game event? Funny enough, that integration already exists. Bear with me. Google had the fun idea to go into cloud gaming a couple of years back and launched Stadia, which is something that horribly flopped because they were trying to create their own little system and you had to buy every game for their system or license it for their system. And in the end, it had really cool integrations, like, for example, a button that would download a game onto your phone and let you join via Stadia, which was hilariously good. So, for example, we did have what was it called? The Bomberman 64. So basically, you had a refurbished version of Bomberman 64, and you could play against 64 players in chat by the push of a button, and it would just like cloud stream the game to the viewer's phone, and you could invite them with a click of a button in the chat. Super nice technology. Unfortunately, Stadia flopped, and they also had like these polls. So basically, the features were called crowd play and crowd choice. Crowd choice basically gave you the poll feature that you already have in YouTube live chats, and it would send the results of the poll into the game. And like, for example, Baldur's Gate had an integration for that. So if people were voting on the live stream, you could actually see which of the like RPG choices they want to make. After all, you would do the final voting, but you could like see, oh, 60% of people want that response, or 60% want to kill the gnome, or whatever. And it was an interesting thing. The technology is still there. Unfortunately, it's locked up. No one can access it because it's like held under NDA or whatever, or at least no game dev I know of is offering them. Maybe because they don't know, but also maybe because Google keeps them locked up. And I unfortunately don't know who to talk to like open this, maybe get it into like a broader range. Maybe this should be something like indie developers could pick up, like a Google hosted game jam or whatever, that people can actually create like the games around those features and get them started. I don't know. We do need to figure something out about that. All right. Cool. Which brings us to short thumbnails on desktop. When? So short thumbnails on normal on mobile devices, on mobile devices are already a thing. You can now like generate them after you've uploaded, not only during the upload process, and you can add filters, text, effects, etc. And the priority is to get these this process on mobile as good as possible, and there's no priority on bringing it to the desktop right now. So it will come eventually, but there's no like immediate timeline for it. All right. Then also shorts. Google VEO, VEO is it's spelled, is a DeepMind generational AI integration. DeepMind is basically a very large AI model that Google uses, and it is an expansion for Dream Screen, which is currently available in the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and India. And the EU is currently held back by regulations, but there will be like versions of it available to the EU. Basically, you can give Dream Screen a short prompt, a text prompt, and it will generate an image for you. However, with the integration of Google VEO, like the Google DeepMind in generational AI, they will allow you to generate up to 6-second content that you can use. For example, like a beach and the waves are coming in and going out. And then you can loop that around and have it as a background for your short, for example. Or like something else, like bird hopping in and hopping out or whatever. Like you be creative with it. But basically, this is something big that is coming to Shorts as well. What else do we have about Shorts? That is everything from that list. Let us go on. When we are talking about generational AI, we also need to talk about the inspiration tab, which a lot of people still can't use properly. Well, the thing is, they can to a degree, but it's still wonky. And the main thing people would use it for is currently held back in the EU. But the whole idea thing and bring the idea to a script thing that already exists in the US will be available in the EU, Switzerland, and UK, so basically all of Europe, by the end of the year. So full launch until end of the year. That is currently the timeline. It is subject to change, so it might change around a little bit, but this is generally the area or the timeline we are talking about. All right, cool. Let's see. I also think YouTube Live is not as big as Twitch, so the dev cost maybe not as worth. And that is exactly the thing that you are incorrect about. So, or incorrect rather. YouTube Live is much, much larger than Twitch. Much, much larger. Twitch is a very English-centric, like, sure, there are other languages on Twitch, like, for example, the German market or the Spanish market, but they are far smaller compared to what YouTube Live currently, like, runs. And that is a massive Spanish-speaking market, especially Brazil, huge market, and there's like basically all of Southeast Asia uses YouTube Live instead of Twitch, because Twitch like gets banned over there. And or for example, the example of South Korea, it gets so expensive that Twitch can't even offer their services in South Korea anymore because, well, it's too expensive. Yeah, and so basically India, Indonesia, South Korea by now, Japan, that are all classic YouTube streaming countries. Doesn't help if I want to redirect. That's true. That's true. You should get your friends to all stream on YouTube as well, so we can have like a little circle of people we can rate to. That could also be like an interesting thing for like regulars on YouTube gaming. Like just have people post their I'm usually live between X and Y, so people can actually see, okay, who's live in that rough area. And basically, if you don't interact with the spreadsheet in like 3 months, you get thrown off the leaderboard or whatever. The indie games I play are more played in English dominant markets. Fair. I get that. Yesterday, your comp told me the thumb has to be changed on mobile. Your comp told me? Your computer? Your companion? Who told you the thumb button has to be changed? Oh, it was about short thumb. I was about like thumbs up, like the like button. What? But yeah, okay. I get that. All right. I mean, if you like give me a screenshot of what needs to be changed, I'm more than happy to forward it. Just send it to me, well, Discord or Telegram or whatever. All right, let's see. There's one last question I really loved, which actually came from the YouTube server, not from the YouTube gaming server. So, what is the thing you love most about your job? And actually, that wasn't directed to me, but to YouTube staff. And the person I talked to, our community manager Jensen, said Jensen loves and uses YouTube on a daily basis, and helping form the platform drives him. He loves the internationality of YouTube, and yet you can talk to a 5-year-old and a 70-year-old about YouTube and the different experiences they have. And I think that is a beautiful answer right there. That is a really beautiful answer. It is really international. I mean, look at the chat right now. We do have Pink Giraffe from Malta. We do have Bärbel and Felix and Emma from Germany. We do have Hidden from Austria. It's beautiful, although I don't want to speak to a 5-year-old. Fair, fair. But I mean, as someone who like leads the YouTube communication, for them it's important to like talk to all the range on YouTube, right? So I think it is a valid answer. I'm not quite sure. Mine event, you are from the US? Let's see. What does your role say? Your role say America. So I would assume you're from the US. All right. Cool. Now it's open question time. We can talk about anything and everything. How do we feel about the jewels? Let's see who took notes. I want to know. What are your thoughts on the jewels? Mm-hmm. The rubies. Yeah, exactly. Ice cream so good, yeah. Oh god. The NPC streams are coming. I can feel it. And I'm very sad about it because there was no incentive to do them on YouTube as of now. And now they are coming. Oh dear. Did we talk about MLA? No, you're absolutely correct. I actually skipped that point in my list, but we can talk about it right now. Bärbel, do you want to talk about MLA? Do you want to be disappointed once more? Spit it out. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. So, on the Made on YouTube event, we talked about auto dubbing, which is the ability to automatically translate and like voice the from one language to another, and it automatically does that on upload unless you specifically like have a setting to not translate it. And this works for English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Italian. Those 5 languages will be available in Q4 2024. And of course, you know me. I had to ask about, is German in there? Unfortunately, I'm really sorry, but unfortunately, German will not be launching this year. And you know why? Because the German language is too complex and they cannot get it to run. It doesn't run in German. I'm really sorry, Bärbel. I don't know what to tell you. I I said you're gonna be disappointed once more. And I saved it for last. I'm really sorry about it. German is complex. It is. But on the other hand, well, the translation on the subtitles is fine. But apparently they can't synthesize the speech to a point where it works properly. And it's really sad. It's really, really sad. Have a nice evening or day, my event. I'm not sure if I asked this before, but is there also A/B testing for live streams coming soon? No, there are currently no plans for A/B testing on live streams. I mean, that was a short answer. But yeah, so hear me out, Bärbel, hear me out. I know you're very disappointed right now, but I was talking about automatic dubbing. That means YouTube does the dubbing for you, which still leaves us with the English videos, YouTube's fault. Yeah, totally get it. So, again, this was automatic dubbing. And I know I'm playing a little bit with your feelings right now, because multi-language audio is still rolling out, but it is a low percentage number. And apparently it is random. We do have seen German channels with multi-language audio enabled between 1,000 and 100,000 subscribers. You're evil. I know. I know. However, there's no timeline for it. We don't know when it is going to get the next step. I am random. Yeah, I know. I'm random too. I'm random too. It's it's honestly quite sad. I know. But yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, it is rolling out. It is still in progress, but there's no timeline to it. We cannot give out any dates. 10 years, and you're old. I really, really hope they don't take 10 years to roll out. You have no time. Not that bad. Also, so something they mentioned on MLA though was they want to make sure that the translations provided are good translations, and therefore they want to prioritize the automatic dubbing before the manual dubbing, which kind of leaves us with the weird spot where, sure, you cannot add manually translated videos, but there will be like the automatic translated videos for you. And I do think that is a good thing. However, again, German is not in the initial rollout, and we will have to wait a little bit longer. If you enable auto dubbing, is it forced on all features? That is an excellent question. I will happily test the manual MLA. Yeah, I know. Me too. Me too. Let me have a look at the updates for auto dubbing. Let's see. Auto dubbing. With the expansion of auto dubbing, our AI-powered dubbing feature, we are breaking down language barriers so you can start making your content accessible in even more places and to even more people around the world. We are opening the tool to hundreds of thousands of creators. Channel owners will receive a notification by email when the channel has been given access. In the coming month, it will be possible for English to be dubbed into several languages, including Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, and more, and for content in those languages to be dubbed in English. So it works both ways. So that's you can choose which languages will be automatically be dubbed upon upload with an opt-out available. So if I understood this correctly, and I've just read it to you, what the official announcement is, you can choose which languages you want to have automatically translated to. Sounds about right. I mean, I can for sure go into browser mode. Browser mode, there we go. So, let me zoom in a bit. Launch plan, that is not what I wanted. Launch plan, we are expanding to more creators and languages in the coming month. And it will look something like this, where you have the automatic dubbing set to review for publishing. All right. So, Bärbel is asking, if you create English videos, can I have the auto MLA then? I would assume so, yes. However, it won't like generate a German voiceover for it. It will only create Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, and English. That's how I understood it. Perfect, you are interested in auto dubbing to Spanish since it's a language you're learning. Oh, so I don't know if I made that clear, but it will change your voice, right? So it will use your voice, it will analyze it, and it will give out your voice, but in the other language. So this could be very, very interesting if you are learning Spanish by watching your own videos. So if I upload German and English and get it all, that's fine. Yeah, so basically what you would have to do in the meantime, until German is added to the auto dubbing, you would have to upload a separate German video or German version of the video and have an English version of the video that can be auto-dubbed into all those other different languages. Yes, it'll be very interesting. I'll motivate to post more for sure. Yeah. Please let me know if you folks actually have access to it, and I'll be happy to follow up on any additional questions. So this auto-dubbing on Good Mythical Morning, it's amazing tech. It is super weird if you see a person that you've been watching for about 10 years or even longer, somehow speaking your language in a somewhat good way. Yeah, it's kind of trippy. 100%, 100%. You asked for MLA for 10 years ago. Yeah, I don't know why they don't offer it. I mean, they talked about briefly that they want to ensure that the quality of the multi-language audio is actually up to par, but it is a huge step, and I do think that the automatic dubbing will actually be better than the manual dubbing in the long run, of course. And I do understand why they do give it priority. However, it's kind of sad that German won't be in the first wave of it rolling out, which would be important for us. But I mean, I guess it's the other markets are big as well. And if it starts with 5 languages, it's totally fine, in my opinion, at least. All right. Cool. Anything else? Did we have any additional questions? We talked about this. MLA is still in progress. Multi-language audio. All right. Yes. Cool. So I do think there were a couple of more questions in the thread. So, I would like to know when A/B thumbnail testing is out for everyone. It is right now. So if you would love to test the A/B testing, you can simply go to the details and run a test, or like choose to run a new test. It's totally available right now to everyone. However, you are not allowed to have copyright violations, I believe. It mustn't be set for made to kids or for mature audiences, so be aware of that. And yeah, but basically, you're good to go. All right. Why can't you make thumbnails for YouTube Shorts? We already answered that. What happens to the revenue generated by unmonetized channels? That is an interesting question, indeed. So basically, if you start uploading videos on YouTube, they have to be stored somewhere. And YouTube recoups the cost of the storage for those videos by running ads on the videos themselves. However, if you don't get much views, you're basically costing YouTube more than they can like generate ad revenue, basically. And yeah, so basically all the revenue generated by unmonetized channels will be consumed by YouTube to recoup the costs for hosting the content. Yeah. If you're a partner, you'll of course get 45%, maybe 55% of ads and 70% of the transactional content. But there's no transactional content, obviously, on unmonetized channels, so it would be only the 55% of ad revenue that you would lose here. Have the copyright problems been fixed? No, because governments haven't settled on a system that is fine. But I do think we should have a more in-depth discussion about copyright, what is allowed, what is not allowed, maybe on this channel. Maybe we should consult a lawyer for this. We do have actually a lawyer we work with right now, the Nerdanwalt, which we recently published a video with about filming public groups. This is, of course, a very German law-centric thing, but the basic principles of copyright, I think he could cover as well, because that's actually his specialty. He specializes in media law and copyright law, as well as work law, so employee law or whatever you want to call it. It could be interesting. I will ask him about it. However, YouTube's copyright system is not working perfect, obviously, but it is working better than any other platform's copyright system. And mostly people thinking the copyright system doesn't work correctly is actually people not understanding copyright correctly, which are two different things, obviously. But yeah, you can hack on it if you know what you're talking about, but it is pretty obvious if someone doesn't have a clue about copyright, that they are just ranting about YouTube itself and not understanding that YouTube actually is abiding the law and yeah, has to do those things like Content ID. Any schedule for courses? No, we don't have additional information on courses. I just refreshed my page and it seems like no, I don't have access either, so I cannot tell you anything more about it. Is there any video game music that I'm not allowed to use in my videos? Basically, you can't use any video game music unless you have a written permission by the publisher or by the developer or the person that licensed their music to the developer or publisher. Right? But again, this is a topic for a dedicated let's talk about copyright stream. And yeah, I don't think that going into detail right now would be beneficial. Cool. What are the best ways to promote my videos without money? Making better videos is the best way to promote without paying money. We already talked about auto dubbing and it will come to German. So it won't be available in the first wave, unfortunately. The first wave being until the end of 2024. It will be available at a later time. Yeah, we already talked about it a couple of minutes ago. Und natürlich auch nochmal auf Deutsch, gar kein Thema. Autodubbing ist tatsächlich abgelehnt worden für den deutschsprachigen Raum. Was heißt abgelehnt? Aber es verzögert sich für den deutschsprachigen Raum, weil die deutsche Sprachsynthetisierung zu schwer ist. Es hört sich einfach scheiße an. Deswegen ist praktisch jetzt Italienisch, Französisch, Spanisch, Portugiesisch und Englisch, das sind die 5 Hauptsprachen, die jetzt als erstes kommen. Und während die ausrollen und sammelt man halt noch weitere Daten für den deutschsprachigen Raum und dann wird es halt auch nach Deutschland kommen. Es verzögert sich aber leider. Alright. Yeah, back to English. So, yeah, best way to promote my videos without money would be create better videos. If you create better videos, people will like them, people will share them, and you don't have to spend money for it. Just have to put time into it, which is also kind of spending money, if you think about it. All right. There was... Oh yeah, Mystic already. We already answered that as well. Does YouTube have any plans for the live streaming part of the platform? I know they are mostly focused on shorts and videos, but if they could improve a few things like their chat plus live streams getting more recommendations, we already talked about this. Live streams are getting plastered all over the place, which I do like. I do like live streams. Yeah, just to recap really shortly, things coming to live streams will be the Jewels monetization, so basically microtransactions for vertical lives. There will be more visibility called live prominence on home feed, on live tab, on live shelves, on gaming topics, and much more. We do have the desktop live rings that are already rolled out by September. So if you are on desktop and someone is live, you will see a red ring around the profile picture. There will be growth and platform stats available at the end of the year to show the dimension we are talking about when talking about YouTube live streaming, which I also really, really enjoy. And yeah, there won't be, in the immediate future, any further integrations for chat, like channel points or something like that. And the engineering team has explored it, but it is not a priority right now, and there's no predictable launch plan for it. All right. I do think that is a good conclusion for the stream. Unless you start asking questions in chat. When auto dubbing is coming to Germany, it will be party time. Yeah, indeed. Do you hunt tonight? I do think Emma wanted to play some Hunt Showdown later, so I would assume I will join her. And if Gnome wants to join as well, he is more than welcome to. Cheers. Also, invisible water. It's I should really not use green flasks. All water is invisible. You're correct, obviously. I should get a glass. I shouldn't drink from green bottles. Revoin. You think the option to rate streams will be available for non-desktop streamers and only have access to phones? Oh. That is something I haven't even considered. I will note that down. That is an excellent question. And it's really unfortunate you just asked it in chat, because I had a meeting with YouTube like 2 hours ago, so I could have talked to them about it. But I will put it down for the agenda right now for the next meeting. So, live redirects for YouTube mobile streams, question mark. Currently it seems it's only available. I can't type. For desktop. Right. No. Any expansion. Recently woke up, saw the stream. My bad. No worries. I don't blame you. It's totally fine. It's just like I would have loved to give you an answer right now. But unfortunately, I have to wait until someone's answering it to me then. But yeah, we will follow up on that. It is noted down, and I will follow up as soon as I get an answer to it. All right. What if you have enough water, it's not invisible anymore? Yeah, that's true. All right. Cool. Any additional questions? I mean, the person who just woke up is, of course, preferred. They have the sleep clarity to ask the real good questions. All right. No further questions coming in. I do think we can conclude the stream. Unless someone just typed something in the chat or in the announcement channel, in the thread I opened. There doesn't seem to be any additional. And it's locked. And yeah, that's it for today. It was a nice Q&A stream. Thank you very much for all the questions we got in. You tend to stream to console, so I feel like using the Studio app might help for streams to see chat and whatnot. I do get that. Let me add that to the request. Studio Mobile LCR. I'll type it down as Studio Mobile LCR, or LCR stands for Live Control Room, which is basically your YouTube backend for live streaming. And if I understood you correctly, if you're streaming on a console, you would like to use your phone app to like do raids, maybe do like an manual advertising break or whatever. And yeah, I've noted that down, and I hopefully can follow up on you with that soonish. Also, it might need a couple of weeks to get an answer, but yeah, We do this once a month, so next month you should have an answer. All right. It was a good informative session. I'd hype you up if I could. Yeah, so the thing is, it's currently only available in Brazil, Turkey, and Taiwan. But as soon as it comes out, you're all free to hype up this this channel as well. I mean, we are small enough for hype to test it out and see where it takes us. But yeah, we'll get there. All right. Folks, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the amazing questions. I hope I could at least give you some answers. And I will see you either on the YouTube Gaming Discord or on the YouTube Discord and or on this channel or video on Saturday, where we'll talk about some things as well. And yeah, no worries, no worries. The stream VOD always stays up, so even if you're just joining, you can still rewatch the whole thing to your liking. Stop, take notes, rewatch. That's totally fine. I love the emote spam right now. Even if it's breaking. Oh no, this way. Even if it's breaking the bubbles. Alrighty. Take care, folks. Thank you for stopping by, and have a good day, evening, morning, whatever. See ya.